Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mausley, and today we're going to be talking about relationships. Now, not to air my business out too much, all you need to know in the context of this is Jaden, who is my boyfriend if you don't know. We've been together 8 years. Very long time. But there are some growing pains that we are going through right now. And I have had a lot of people in my life who I have looked up to or are older than me within my family that have told me that I should walk away from him. This is in regards to something, nothing bad, but we're different. We're growing up, and we're not growing apart, but we're discovering that we have different paths set in mind. And what I mean by that is I'm trying to get my grandmother's house to be in my name, and he did not want to. He did not want to achieve the house, which is fine, but it led to some tension. Anyway, now that I'm back on track, that's just the context between what happened. But I had a lot of people in my life tell me that I should walk away from him. And I thought about it, but, I gave it some thought, as in, what would my life be like? What would I be like without him? And I realized that I didn't want to walk away from him. There was pain and a lot of tension between us, yes. And I said some things that that I shouldn't have said. And it took me some time, like a couple of days, because I was going through some stuff, but I apologized. When it comes to growing pains in a relationship, a lot of people may say that this is going to hurt, this is going to be hard, and they're just going to put it down and walk away. But if you really want something to work out, you're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to go through the waves in order to ride it out. Kind of like surfing, I guess. I don't know. I've never surfed. That was a weird analogy. Anyway, we started dating when we were in high school. Or, well, he was in high school. I think I was in 8th grade at that time. I don't know. He's 1 year older than me, school-wise. He's 11 months older than me, birth-wise. I'm not gonna let him forget that. But the point being, we've been together since we were kids. And we don't really know who we are without the other. His favorite analogy is to say that he is a lost puppy without me. And it burns me up. I don't like that fucking analogy. Because I'm not here to mother you. I've done that a lot, and I've caught myself in it. But I'm not here to mother you. I'm here to be your partner. And I've had to learn that about myself. And the older that I'm getting, because I'm now 23, the older I'm getting, the more I'm finally realizing who I am. Or I kind of always had an idea. You know, there's a lot of people on the internet who say the older you get, the more you become like your 12-year-old self or something like that. It's essentially true, at least with what I'm going through. I'm getting back into the things I used to like, and that's veering me where we were like this, and I'm going a little bit this way, and that's okay. That's okay. We have talked about it, and I think it's good that I get my place and he gets his place, and we meet in the middle and try to relearn how to date. The point is that the whole reason I'm making this video is that things are hard in life. But if you take the easy way out every time, you're never going to get anywhere. Because I very well could have, and thought about it, I very well could have just put my hands up and said, this is hard, I don't want to deal with it, and I don't want to deal with you, and walked away. And like I said, I thought about it, I went down that path in my head, and it's something that I don't want. Now, if it's something that you want, and you truly are like, okay, I'm done. Peace out, Girl Scout. Well, then that's your choice. But sometimes when the going gets tough, you don't always have to just put your hands up and say, this is hard, and back out. That is a thing that a lot of people in my life have done. When something gets hard and they don't want to deal with it, and they just don't want to deal with being an adult, having the responsibility of those consequences or whatever, and they just walk away from it, you don't learn anything that way. All you learn is that you're reinforcing the idea that you can't do it. So, I'm pushing through along with him and learning the steps it takes to get through these growing pains in our relationship. Like I said, we've been together 8 years. 8 years. We've been through a lot, and we have changed, but I'm changing more. And we've got to figure out who we are, not just us. Because there's 2 within us. There's me, and there's him. And I don't really know who I am without him. And it's a frustrating thought. Because yes, I'm not saying that I don't want to depend on him. And I'm not saying that I want him out of my life and I want to be completely independent and I want him sometimes. No. What I'm saying is I want to know and learn the things that I'm capable of and be able to pull my weight and not just entirely depend on him. Because I've caught myself recently, within the last couple of years, I've caught myself relying on him a lot. Relying on him for my self-worth. Relying on him for transportation. Relying on him for generally just about anything. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to stand for that for myself. And it's brought some tension, like I said, because I'm diverging away from what we are used to. And I love him to death, but he is autistic, and he doesn't really like change. He never has, and he never will. But I have been telling him that this is okay. I'm not going anywhere, and he's not going anywhere, but I want to figure out myself, and he's got to figure out himself. That way, we can meet in the middle and rebuild and relearn each other. I don't know. I wanted to post something, and I've been going through a lot. And I just think it's important to say that just because something is hard doesn't mean you need to walk away from it. There are some things that you should walk away from. Whatever that situation may be. Your gut will tell you. More than likely. More than likely. At least mine does. Anyway. But not everything you gotta walk away from. Or you should. Because you can lose something that's really good. Our relationship is really good. And I'm very thankful for that. And I'm forever and always grateful for everything that he's done. But it's also time for me to be an adult and to have responsibilities. And I'm trying to take that on. And it will change our dynamic a little bit. And that's okay. We're not going to be the same forever. And that's what I've told him. We're not going to be the same forever. And this isn't forever. It's just for right now. We will get through the pains. We will grow. And we will learn. And then who knows, within 10 or so years, I may change again. He may change. It's alright. But if we really love each other, we will be there through it all. And that's what I'm choosing to do. To stay with him. Even if other people think that it's a lost cause. Because it isn't. They don't know us. They're not a part of our relationship. And I'm not saying that as to excuse anything that I've done or he's done. But in order for us to be happy and healthy, we've got to work through it and talk through it. And communication has been the biggest thing that I've been trying to get him on recently because he don't want to talk. Yes, I'm looking at you, Jaden. But you gotta communicate. You gotta work through it. If you want to make it, you're gonna have to deal with the uncomfortable shit. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I had something else to say, and then it just blipped my mind. Anyway, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Hopefully, I'll have some sort of update to give you in regards to things I'm trying to do. But for now, have a great day, a greater tomorrow, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye!